It's time to make some magic right here in the city of Cincinnati. Welcome the next hot single. What's going on, City of Cincinnati? It is your girl, Miss Kiki, and I am here with the fabulous crew of the TNHS Radio, live at night. Reloaded! Yes! Every Thursday, you can make sure that you tune into them at 8 o'clock. You can download the app, and I'll make sure that you have that information after my show. But also, you can listen and watch them Facebook Live. But I'm going to have my friends, my brothers, my sister, to introduce themselves. My name is Miss Kiki. I'm telling you who you need to know and all the fabulous places you need to go. And you may go ahead, buckaroo. Who are you?
I'm Fish.
I'm looking for more. You know, this all right. Charlie B, what's happening?
Clue Magic, distinguished host. I bring everything together like a champagne toast.
I am your girl, Miss Espresso. Always giving you the double shots. Brewing is what I'm doing.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys joining. For everyone that does not know, every Monday, we're going to celebrate African Americans in the city of Cincinnati as small businesses. But of course, we're not in a small business, but technically we are. But we're right here in the TNHS studio. But we're going to start with Brother Fish, and just so he can tell us the lowdown about why he got into the radio life. Why?
It was God's plan.
Oh, okay. I'm already do a rap for us. So tell us a little bit about what the whole purpose and the mission of the radio station is.
Well, the next hot single radio. Well, let me start off. Start off with the nexthotsingle.com, which is a website strictly for unsigned and independent artists, and we focus on singles, strictly singles. So we were the first website in the world to do that, and then from the website came the radio station.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but on the website you can go. We have new music that come out every Tuesday. We have a top 5 blazing singles. That's the top 5 hottest songs that's playing on the radio. Which you can download the app TNHS Radio in your app store, all one word. And you can like the songs. So from there we have top 5. We have articles. Sometimes we have an artist of the month. And
Can we have a Kiki of the month?
we can have a Kiki of the month. Yeah. You can also watch the live TNHS Live at Night Reloaded show on the website as well.
Okay.
So from the website and videos, we went to the radio station.
Well, that's what's up.
Yeah.
What's up? So Clue Magic, the do magic, the host that always does the most, in my opinion. So tell us how you got involved. Because I know how I got involved, and it's through the magic fingers of you. Go ahead.
Well, actually, me and Fish grew up together at Evanston, so we always been cool. And when he got his little radio thing going, sat back and listened to it, and I was like, you got some hits on there, like some nice little music. You should think about, possibly doing some talk shows or something. So, he sat on that for about 3 months, and then one day he just called me out the blue, like, you want to host a show? I said, yeah. I do.
And I said,
Why? Tell me really why you wanted to host this show.
Because when I was in college, I used to host a little radio show, and it was fun.
Okay.
I had a partner I did it with. What's up, Kev? Kevin Aldridge, Rev Kev, for those who don't know. But, and we had a real good time doing it. It was cool, fun, relaxed atmosphere. And I knew with us being homeboys, it would be the same thing, you know what I mean? And we had a whole nother crew when we first started out, but for whatever different reasons, I got the crew that I got now. And, we're just rocking and rolling with it, you know what I mean?
Man, that's awesome sauce.
Yeah.
So, Miss Espresso, because I'm going to leave Charlie B last anyway, because he always all into some stuff. So, you wait! Shut your face!
One thing, can I say something? Though?
Sure, go
I
ahead.
want to shout out my partner Andrew Tinsley, because I don't do it by myself. So I want to,
Shout out, what's up, Drew?
what up, Drew?
Hey, thanks for having me, I will say. You gave me an outlet. Amen. So, Miss Espresso,
What do you need to know?
I want to know why do you love giving us the double shots? For y'all don't know, she is our celebrity entertainment personality right here on the Reloaded show. So what made you get into this celebrity dish and tea?
Well, of course, my full time is with these two guys right here, And
You actually were? You're just playing.
Well, when I can. That's the one we really need to be asking that question to. But Fish baby, my full time is with these two guys right here. One thing led to another. I was asked to do it, and I was actually ever so grateful because I love giving news. I love having my ears to the streets, and
And you do such a fine and fabulous job, my sister.
Well, thank you, thank you.
It's hard out here being the only two females.
It really is
With these
guys.
jokers. I appreciate it. Charlie B, Mr. Sports Authority. What it do? What it do like?
What's up with it?
So
What's
tell us
Last
what you
but
added.
not least.
Tell us
saying,
what you added. What flavor you added to this?
Well, it started out, I knew they were doing the radio thing, and, I was out one night having some adult beverages and ran
When
into
don't you have an adult beverage?
right now. Ran into my man Clue, and, the beverages got the best of me. I got the top of some smack, like, yeah, y'all doing radio, like, man, put me on there, man. Because me and one of my guys have been talking about doing it ourselves, but, like, yeah, get me on there. So I'm thinking, you're going to call me a couple weeks or so. And the next day, I was on Facebook, like, tune in tonight. For Chubb, like, what? So that's really how it happened. And I didn't know what my role was going to be or what part I was going to play, definitely in the sports. So come with the sports report when we get around to it and we get a chance to. But, just try and vibe with the crew.
That's what's up. So my question, I'm going to ask anybody, all of y'all, what is the best part of the show? Or what is the passion that you have for doing for this show? We can start with the ladies. We can go from Fish, whoever. Who wants to start?
Ladies first.
I like the camaraderie that we have. I like the way we flow. I like how we genuinely have a good time. I feel like we can laugh, we can joke, we can talk about each other, and ain't nobody taking nothing personal.
Exactly.
It feels like real family.
That you want to sometimes punch in the throat?
Yep.
Well, for me, I feel like I brought everybody together. What I was doing it with my old crew, we would be searching high and low for topics, and sometimes, we worked in the same department, so she would give me ideas and everything, and I would present them to the group, and they would like them, so we would use them. So I knew Espresso had the mind for it. I knew she would keep her ear to the street, so to speak. I knew that she could come with the news, come with the topics or whatever, so I knew she'd be a good fit for it. Now, Charlie B, really, his was like a trial by fire. Just because, we was.
That's how they treat me. You see how they treat me.
I'm in a trial by fire, but in a good way, because at the time we had just lost our whole crew.
Oh wow.
And the Fish was mic shy.
But he's come. You know what? He's come
around.
a long way.
He's come a long way.
High
He's come
five.
a long way. Fish was mic shy, and I needed somebody else to do the show with. And just so happened the following week, this week the crew left. Next week we got a show to do. So we putting our heads together trying to see what we can do. I go out that weekend, see Charlie B. He bring it up. So I say, he know Fish. I know Charlie B. Fish know me. Charlie B know me. We all know each other. Boom, it's going to work. And I knew that if I just threw him out there,
Right.
because we got a lot of mutual friends, he wouldn't have no choice but to do it. He wouldn't have no choice but to do it.
Exactly.
Everybody was going to be expecting him to be there from the ads I ran.
Right.
So
Yeah, that was cold-blooded. Like, my picture and everything, like, tune in tonight. I'm like, tonight?
right, so
You gotta be ready.
whatever plans he had that night, screw them,
Yeah.
do them after this. And then Kiki, you were like, I don't know if me and Drew was on the same wavelength at the same time, but I think we were, because I was telling Fish, like, I think I got somebody who can fill in on the show and be a perfect fit for it. And he was like, who? I said, well, I got Yana, and I want to get this girl named Kisa. And he had never met you, so I brought your Facebook and stuff up. He kept looking at your name like, and he said, I think she knows Drew. And I remember back in the day, Drew, because he had mentioned your brother.
Yeah,
Mike.
he did business
And
with
I
my
remember
brother.
back in the day when Mike and Drew had some business deals
Mm-hmm.
going on. So I was like, yeah, it's probably all in one, all connected. And it was. Drew was talking about you, the fish, and I was talking about you, the fish. So like I said,
Oh,
Yeah,
Me and Drew.
y'all was getting warm and fuzzy.
Oh God.
Warm and fuzzy for Kiki. I never knew the story. Actually, I never knew the story about how I came about.
I mean, I just knew
I
you
think
had
I
a
asked
personality
him.
for it.
I
Yeah.
asked him because Drew had said something to me about you. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, you would be a good fit. But I didn't know who you were, so I'm like, when I think, and I asked him, he was like, yeah, I was thinking about.
Wow, that just warmed my heart. Ding.
That's what happened. You know, like, you know, when I said, well, you know, we got a nice little crew. You know, all these people are smart. You know, all these people are funny. You know, all these people have made me laugh.
Yeah.
All these people have showed me something, taught me something. So, you know, why not come together as a team and we can make the world laugh.
Right.
We can
I know personally, I appreciate it because I think it you know, here it actually helps me become a better communicator, and it actually pushes me to get more information. Whether it's, you know, because I'm not into, you know, celebrity gossip, but it helps me to get more aware about that stuff. I am into politics and things of that nature, but it makes me find the heart of what's important in our society and things of that nature. So I personally thank you for
It does make you grow in all different areas wherever you feel like you've lacked.
Right.
Overall.
Because I appreciate the tea for real. Because
You gotta have an open mind with this show, and you know you can't be too close-minded or think that you're too old to learn something.
Right.
Because when you learn something, every time you learn something new, you grow.
Right.
So
Thanks, LeBron. I just appreciate you letting me play with the Cavaliers this season. I appreciate it. I can't
So what's next for? Y'all stupid. So what's next, Brother Fish? What's next for next hot single? What's next for the Reloaded crew? You know, just tell us, because you the man behind all of this. What's next? Tell the world what's going on.
So what's next is the next hot single is partnering up with a company called HV2, and they're a television network, and we going to the TV.
Oh, we going to TV?
So yeah, everybody's gonna be on TV.
So wait, hold on. I gotta lose a couple more pounds.
So you know,
'Cause I'm getting thick with it.
Yeah. I'm seeing a personal trainer start next week.
Ooh, amen.
I am for real.
Oh no, I'm not.
I am.
But yeah, so the next hot single, we'll have our own channel on their network, and their network will be on Roku and Apple TV.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm looking for content for that. So anybody that's doing movies or podcasts or any type of films or videos, send it to your boy.
That's right. And I will make sure that you get his information, because I feel that it's important and imperative that we support those that are independent, and get the music out there, get the information out there, and so we can start changing the world. And I believe that we also have to change the world right here in the city of Cincinnati.
Absolutely.
You know, it's what we do.
you gotta start at home.
We got to start at home. So I have one more question. One more question for everybody in the room. What was your favorite topic that you've done here? So dig deep.
Wow.
Dig deep.
We've done so many.
I know we've done so many, but which one, what was that topic that just like is always on your mind? I will start from me.
I actually had one.
Go ahead.
And it's probably not what you guys probably are gonna think. I really loved when we had talked about mental health.
Okay.
And we had Mrs. Gilmore
Mm-hmm.
on the show. That was a really good show. We could have went on all day, and I feel like we reached a lot of people, and people who did not have any information on mental illness, they were able to get a different perspective of it in trying to identify things of that nature. I really love that show.
Charlie B.
Actually, I was going to say the same thing. That was probably more one of our, even though we always have fun, that was
Right.
a little bit more serious tone, and it was more kind of, I would say, a lot more educational, because I learned
And
a lot.
necessary.
Yeah.
And, you know, necessary conversation, true. So I did learn a lot.
So those conversations that are what we in the African American community that we may consider to be taboo of the conversation. So mental health.
Oh yeah, definitely,
you.
definitely. I mean, but don't get me wrong, we covered a lot of topics and have a lot of fun. So
Right.
there's just so many. But when you said it, I was thinking that myself.
Okay. Clue.
I was just sitting back here looking through some of the old show notes, and I mean, it's hard, man. Like,
Yeah, you know my show is not that long.
I mean, it's hard. I mean, of course, the mental illness show was good, but you saying any show I did?
No, I'm just any topic that we
any
discuss.
topic. I remember one time. This is when I had my old crew.
Okay.
And we had Ron Hummins come on. He was the father of Trey Pierre Hummins.
Okay.
That was a powerful show. That was a strong show because the what was being put out by the traditional media was that, you know, Trey Pierre was a thug. Trey Pierre was crazy. You know, Trey Pierre was up to no good. When in reality, Trey Pierre really suffered from mental health issues. You know what I mean? And Trey Pierre needed help.
Right.
And his father had tried to get him help, but the way the system was set up, he was being denied.
Right.
So his son went for years without getting the treatment and help that he needed, which culminated in what occurred. You know what I mean? So I think that was one of our best
So
shows.
being able to with the radio, you were able to see both sides.
Exactly.
So, and it can be misconstrued because of what the media actually puts out, and then being able to talk to those that are affected, that happen to either their loved one or either to themselves.
Right.
Okay, that's what's up. What about you? Well, I know you.
I don't even know. I can't.
You know, I call him the
I can't
whisper.
remember.
I will tell you.
So many.
I will tell you. Fish is a whisper. He be like,
Fonteezy can't remember.
I can't even say what. I don't even know.
You
I
don't
can't
know?
even-
It's
yeah,
okay.
It's so many.
I will tell you what I do enjoy, and I think for me, I really enjoy the chamber conversation. And let me tell you the reason why. It has nothing to do about the simple fact that that for those that may not know, we do have a segment that comes maybe once a month, that is the chamber, and it's adult conversation. I would say for me, the reason why I enjoy it, because it shows my vulnerability. Because I am, believe it or not, I am a reserved individual. I am an introvert when I go home here on TV or on the Facebook or hosting. I'm an extrovert, but in reality, I'm an introvert.
That's funny, I am.
So I'm like so excited when we talk about it, because I feel so many times that when we talk about sex, it's like a no. But it allows us to explore different, talk about conversations about, what is sex? Is it really bad? Because it actually may enhance somebody's relationship, and it also may cure somebody's relationship, or it might take them down to HE double hockey stick. So that's what I enjoy. So I thank you guys for allowing me to come out of my Jesus shell. Hallelujah. Well, I know it's time for us to go, but I personally thank you guys for coming here with Kicking with Kiki, because I know normally we have our conversation, we have a structure, but I wanted to just celebrate African Americans that are doing fabulous things.
Yes.
There's more to us than being on the front page of the newspaper in negativity. We are professional individuals. We have degrees. We are been in our jobs for 15 to 20 years. But this is a passion that we have, and I wanted to celebrate African Americans right here in our city of Cincinnati, because I think it is important that we get back to our roots and start celebrating each of us in whatever that we do. So I just want to say thank you. And as always, thank you for kicking it with No, 2 fingers. One love. I'm always out in the city of Cincinnati. Hey, say bye, y'all.
Bye.
Yay.